morning, podcasters. Welcome to Going On Daily Live. I'm your host, Becky, here with, the other way, here with Mr. Ron. Good morning. Yeah, it's backwards.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look, it's been a rough morning. Let me tell you, I had my two topics ready to go, Becky, and 9 o'clock I decided I don't want to be negative today.
Listen, when you're a procrastinator and you hold off till the very end, it's going to make for a rough morning. As a fellow procrastinator.
Oh, where'd your background go?
Well, my background's gone. Oh, I don't know. Well, it's my closet now, I guess. But let's try it.
So, yeah, I changed it at the last minute. I'm like, man, shootings, disease, I just didn't feel it. Didn't feel it. Okay. And I changed it. So, yeah. And now I've got some happy stuff.
Yeah, better be some heartwarming stuff, Ron, if you changed it last second. Sure. Oh, here we go. Got the background back.
There we go.
I don't know why.
Yeah, isn't that the one that? Oh, we'll go into that. Never mind.
We'll go into it.
We'll go into that.
We got a good show.
So yours isn't going to be happy.
It never is.
It's not going to be happy. I'm thinking, all right, Balloon Fest. It's like,
yeah, like great, right? With balloons. No, I never do happy stuff. You know this.
So it's a good thing I went the other way because I'll tell you, it would have been 4
just
really depressing stories.
A great way to start your week with some doom and gloom on Going On Daily. Yeah, well, you know what? It's what you make of it, right? This is a story behind me from 1986. Okay, I was born in 1986, so at almost 40 years ago, we're over it. Okay, so it's not like so doom and gloom. But yeah, we've got dangerous foods, we got at the box office, and we have fun facts. So again, we got me on the doom, we got Rod on the sunshine. So it'll be a good show today.
Sunshine and rainbows, right?
Shine and rainbows. Okay, I've got an on this day in history for you.
Oh, good. I like when you do this.
This day, yeah, the calendar, the best dollar store purchase ever.
I love it. I love it.
On this day in 1884, America's first roller coaster, the Switchback Railway, opens at Coney Island in New York City.
Awesome.
Cool.
See? Happiness right there.
Yes, except, can you imagine riding a roller coaster in the 1800s? The technology. Well, just hit go and see what happens.
Yeah, the car just flies off the track.
Yeah, like I feel like it's going off momentum or like steam power in 1884. I don't know.
Wow, 1884. That's a long time ago. I'm not sure. Look, I am not the most trusting person.
That's 100 years ago.
I have doubts, and that is one that I probably wouldn't try. I remember at an amusement park in Massachusetts, it was Lincoln Park. Mm-hmm. Go figure, right? Not the band, but it was an actual amusement park. And it wasn't in Lincoln, it was in Dartmouth.
Oh, okay. Naturally, of course.
So I don't know where the name came from, but I remember standing in line with my family at the roller coaster, and I'm looking up at the roller coaster going, and all of a sudden it goes around a corner, and I see a board fall.
Mm. Oh, good.
A piece of wood from the track fell. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on this.
I'm thinking so.
I used to go on it all the time. Now I don't go on a roller coaster at all.
There was a big roller coaster in our big mall here, West Edmonton Mall. Like there's a whole amusement park, much like the Mall of America. Huge roller coaster. I've been going on it since I was about 10 years old. But they recently, like within the last year or so, got rid of it because I don't know if it just was unsafe or what. Now it just sits vacant. Like it's hard to fill a roller coaster hole because there's just a huge empty space. Right. But I do recall that when it first opened, there was some deaths for sure. But again, the 80s. So
it's
they're
never a good thing.
Yeah.
Never a good thing. Ride at your own risk.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's for any ride, really.
You must be this tall and have a parachute.
Yeah. You will see videos of people stuck upside down or, for hours up there. No, thank you. Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I-
stop
I'll just I'll just sit in a canoe. That's fine for me.
me sit in a
That's it.
canoe. Water is terrifying. No part of water makes me wanna. We started watching that Titan documentary last night, on that little submersible that was going down to look at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Like,
Mm.
at what point in your life are you like, you know what? I want to go down 4,000 feet, no, 4,000
Yeah.
meters, 4,000 yards into the ocean.
Yeah.
Zero times in my life has that ever crossed my mind.
Right. Right. Hey, call me boring,
Right.
but I'm still alive from not doing stupid things.
Exactly. I ended up falling asleep during this documentary, so I don't know what the outcome was. There seemed to be a lot of like conspiracy swirling it, as in like the creator, the CEO, was hiding facts and
Right.
recalls and failed attempts and things like that. And then they're just like, charge everyone 100 grand, we're going down. And then they died instantly. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what you get. That's what you get.
Well, I mean, I just feel bad for the people who thought that this was like a safe expedition and paid all their money and went. For him, yes. For the rest of them, but again, what did you think was going to happen?
See, this is the thing that gets me.
Hmm.
When you think expedition,
Hmm.
it's like, wow, that sounds like it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's an expedition for a reason. That
Right.
means
Yeah.
you do not know if you're going to make it.
True.
That's what that means to me. Did anybody not see Land of the Lost, the old TV show?
Right.
A routine expedition. They end up in Dinosaur Alley. You know,
Right.
like it says it right in the song. Don't expect to survive. That's it.
Right. That's right.
We're gonna go on an African expedition, right? No, we're not. No, we're
Right.
not.
You're
Because
right.
that means lions.
True. Yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way, but you're right. No part of me has any desire to explore. I'll sightsee. I'll go to the tourist destinations. I don't need to see
Yeah.
ruins. Like, to me, anyway, like the Titanic, yes, it was a huge piece of history. Do I need to see them all waterlogged at the bottom of the ocean? No.
No.
I have zero desire
No.
to do that. So.
No. Yeah. So I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
So yeah, that was our intro. Somehow we took 10 minutes on this. Let's talk about socials here. All right, we are live on a few different channels below. We got RI Broadcasting on Facebook here. You can support the show with stars over there. We have got Kick and YouTube now, Rhode Island Broadcasting. You can subscribe over there and all the way over there, backwards. Twitch at RI_broadcasting, and you can support the show with bits over there. We are also on all of the socials, all of the socials, like ones you've never even heard of, like right under me, these little guys. Yeah, we're on those as well. We're on MeWe, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Kick, we're on TikTok, we're on Space Hey, and we're on X.
Hey.
And of course, we're on Patreon at RI Broadcasting. You can support the show and get yourself some swag over there. Awesome. So why don't you kick us off? We're talking at the box office.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Lilo and Stitch has finally been dethroned.
Oh, really? I'm excited to see this one, though. I haven't gone.
Yes, I think I might actually go to see this because I don't know. There's something about it that, it doesn't look cheesy.
No, it looks wholesome. The original, like the cartoon, is just so cute and so.
Right.
And I was a teenager when this came out. It's not like I was a small wee child and I'm living out my childhood years.
Right.
But there's something very nostalgic about it for me that I want to go see.
Yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon
Yeah,
is the new box office champ.
I am not surprised by that. That one has an insane cult following that I just.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not surprised too.
I don't get it
And
personally, but
the fact that Lilo and Stitch really did not do well in ratings. You know what I'm saying? It didn't like the movie has been a blockbuster hit. I
Mhm.
mean, let's make no mistake about that. It's number 3 so far worldwide this year.
Mm.
Now, it did not get good reviews.
Okay.
Especially after that first week, I thought it was going to tank because the reviews were so bad.
I mean, kids don't care about reviews.
No,
Their
they don't.
parents don't care. They're just taking their kids to do something, so they shut up
Right.
for an hour.
And their kids are in control for 2 hours.
Exactly. Listen, as a
So,
parent, who had young children, a single mom of young children at one time, would just whatever. If you're gonna be focused on a screen for an hour, I don't care. I will take it. It's
right,
dark, it's
right.
quiet. I will close my eyes. I do not care what that movie is.
Yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon made 83.7 million this weekend
Ooh,
domestically.
wow.
Piled on a lot more worldwide.
When you say
Well,
domestically, is that just American or is that
that's
North
just United
American?
States.
Wow, that is
So that
something.
is that's a pretty solid week.
That is.
Lilo and Stitch came in second,
Mhm,
15.5. So it was overwhelmingly number one.
mhm, mhm.
So it just was what people went to see. Although I went to see Ballerina. So
Ballerina.
but Lilo Stitch was second. Third was the new movie The Materialists.
That
It's
sounds like a
a love
Jason
triangle
Statham
kind of
to
thing.
me. Oh, okay. Jason Statham is a materialist. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. Am I
Where he
wrong?
kicks butt for 2 hours.
I'm just a humble guy. I'm just a materialist. Yeah, that's what it in my
Well,
head. That's
I
what's
I did
happening.
see his movie, A Working Man this year.
I'm just a working man. I'm just a humble guy. That's what all of his movies are. I
Right, and
can't do
it
it.
is the same as all of his
I
movies. So
can't
if
do
you
it.
like
Yeah.
one, you will like
You like
all of
all
them.
of them. Mhm.
It's the same thing with Liam Neeson. It's the same movie.
You've scorned me, and I will get my revenge. Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's the
Of course.
same movie. So if you like one, you'll like all of them, right? It's that.
Way to
It
typecast yourself, boys.
right. So Ballerina comes out of the John Wick,
Oh, okay. I like
you
John Wick.
know, universe,
Uh-huh.
and it's the female version of John Wick.
Oh, so you're all about that.
So, if you want to shoot him up, this is a shoot him up. There's got to be like 400 people that got killed in this movie.
Jeez.
It was like every 10, 15 seconds, another 6.
I don't normally watch movies like that, but when I was in Tijuana for cancer treatment, we're stuck in my Airbnb for a good chunk of the day. And so we're watching Netflix. We had Mexican Netflix, which has all kinds of cool stuff on it. So we watched all the John Wicks. That was my first time seeing them just 2 years ago. I
Yeah.
liked them, but I had no idea what kind of killing was going to be happening
Oh,
on there. I had
it was
no idea.
it was massive, and he was in it too. By the way, he
Oh,
was in this movie. So you are getting your money's worth if you go to see Ballerina. That's off the top, right? But
okay.
that was number 5 this week.
Okay.
So it was The Dragon, Lilo Stitch, Materialist, then it was Mission Impossible,
Okay.
dropped down to 10 million.
Mm.
So
It's
it
been out
is
for a
almost
while
done.
though, hasn't it?
What was that?
It's been out for a little bit of time now though, hasn't it?
The same amount as Lilo and Stitch, 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So then Ballerina, Karate Kid Legends was number 6
Hmm.
in its second week, I believe, or third week. Might be third week.
To
Only
go
made
see it.
5 million this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So
doesn't appeal to me, that's for sure.
yes, and I want to see it, but I didn't go see it in the theater. I'm going to watch it, at home.
Yeah.
Um, Final Destination Bloodlines,
My husband wants to go
number
see that.
7.
Yuck.
Let me tell you, I watched it last night on the program that I have, so I already got it. Oops.
Yeah,
It
disclaimer
was
from
really
VHS.
good. I
Was
gotta
it?
say, it was good.
Okay,
I
interesting.
gotta say, it's
Really?
what it's like the others. It's just like the others.
I've never seen the others, so I don't know what I'm missing.
Oh, I like them. I think they're pretty clever in how
My
they do
husband
this.
said we are watching all of them and going to see this new one, and I was like, "You've been with me for 8 years. Like, does any part of you think I want that?" But
They're
he's
really good.
insisting so. Is
And
it
let me tell
creepy?
you, this one did the same thing. It was the same formula,
Hmm.
and it delivered as expected. It was good. I liked it. I
Is
liked it.
was Devon Sawa there?
Who?
The original guy, Devon Sawa?
No, it was pretty much all
90s
new people.
heartthrob? Oh, okay. All new
Nope,
people. All
all
right.
new people.
Hmm.
And it was good. It was fantastic. I think the story was good too as well.
Really?
Hard to believe from, like this genre that the story is actually good, but it
Yeah,
is.
totally.
I loved how they tied it all
It's like
together.
saying the plot in porn is good, Ron. Sorry, corn. We don't say porn on the show. I
It
just I
was.
just read the magazine for the stories. That's kind of what this is to me. Like, this is such a
Yeah.
good story in this cheesy horror flick.
Yes, and lots of cringing moments where you're like,
Yeah, right.
"Ugh." Nothing scary,
Mhm.
but it worked. It worked.
Well, I may end up
After
seeing it.
after Final Destination, it was the Phoenician scene.
The
I don't know.
Phoenician scene?
I don't know.
Mm.
It looks like Phoenix with,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Someone from Phoenix is a Phoenician, so that's probably it.
Okay, so there it is. That's what it is.
The
So,
Phoenician?
yeah, that was number 8. I have no idea, but it only made
Oh,
$3 million.
it's with Benicio del Toro. That's actually surprising to me because he's a good actor. And then it also has
Yes.
Michael Cera in it,
Yep.
and it's got Willem Dafoe in it.
Oh,
This is
so there's
actually,
there's credible actors in this.
yes, I'm shocked by this. It says wealthy businessman Zaza Korda appoints his only daughter, a nun, as sole heir to their estate. As Korda embarks on a new enterprise, they soon become the target of scheming tycoons, foreign terrorists, and determined assassins. It's actually probably awesome.
It's probably good.
The name is terrible. The Phoenician
Yes, the name is
scene.
awful.
Yeah, like it doesn't give you an idea of what it is.
No.
There's no way that these other movies are, got more viewers than that, but
Yeah. So
interesting.
number 9 was Life of Chuck, and Thunderbolts came in 10th. Still out there, 1.2 million
That's
in
been
10th
out for a
place.
while as well, right?
Yes, that's been out for a while.
And Life of Chuck, what do we got here? Tom Hiddleston, who I do not care for. Um, and a couple of children and other people I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, who? No, hold on. We got Luke Skywalker in here. Mark Hamill's in it. A life affirming genre bending story based on Stephen King's novella about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz.
Oh, so it's
Hmm.
a Stephen King thing.
See, again, like that sounds okay.
Yeah, could be.
Interesting.
You'll have to wait till it comes out. It probably already is on my program.
Yeah, probably.
It was probably there before it was released.
Cheers. Again, like I was trying to say before, like remember when VHS was out and there would be that screen and it was like piracy is a crime, $250,000 fine. Did
Yeah,
that mean nothing to you in the
it
90s?
means a lot to me.
Hey, the program sounds pretty all
Hey,
right.
I pay for my program.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I'm not paying for it. It's not like, I pay for the program and I watch what they put
Hey,
on it.
I'm not against it by any means. I
So
think
I'm paying
I
for it.
think conventional movie theaters are insanely overpriced for what you're getting.
Exactly.
We go out as a family of 4, $200 to go see a movie. By the time you get
Yeah,
snacks, and that's insane. So yeah,
it
I
is.
would way rather stay home.
Look, it's like $24 to get a popcorn and drink. It's like You
That's
know,
insane.
it's craziness. It's craziness. That's why I like wintertime where you can sneak your soda in or whatever you want to drink and some
Being
candy.
a girl is nice, where you just
You
have
have, yes,
purses all the time.
yes.
I always bring snacks in, and my husband's like, "What are you doing? No, we're not doing." Yeah, we are, because
I
it's
told my friend he needs to start dressing like a girl so that that way that that way he can have a purse and just bring in all the drinks.
he just fills in his bra full of snacks. It's a great idea. Great idea.
No, so I don't know. It is what it is. That's why I need to have like a female movie partner,
Totally.
and my
You could just bring a bag. Maybe it's a man purse. Maybe it's a merce. Maybe.
immerse.
Or just like a coat with like pockets. Stick them in the
Yeah, but you
pockets.
can't wear a coat in the summertime. That's why I like wintertime because
Well,
you
on
can just
rainy
stuff the
days.
pockets.
That's fair. I would just bring it in. Who's going to say anything? The 14-year-old working the ticket counter? Who cares? What are they going to do?
So nothing though is it seems like it's going to touch like Neza 2 from that Chinese movie. That
Oh, yeah.
Chinese movie has made $1.899 billion.
Pardon me. What?
It's it's ahead by more. It's ahead by more than double over Minecraft, which is number 2
Well,
for the
in
for
their
the year.
defense, China has a heck of a lot more people than we do.
Yes, that's why I'm still skeptical on this because China
Well,
could just say that they're getting these things.
right. Well, America could just say that they're
Well,
getting.
they could do that too, but I kind of I kind of believe the numbers from the United States more than China's.
I mean, if it's anything like, I don't know, the space race, anyone could just say whatever they want
Yes, they
because
can.
they
They
want to be the
can.
best. China wants to be the best as far as like a movie goes. Perfect. They'll just tell you, and then that's
Yeah.
that.
So Lilo and Stitch is at $858.3 million. It's
Jeez.
still 100 million behind Minecraft. I don't think it's going to catch it.
Whew,
It's already been
unless they
4
got a
weeks.
big push at the, I don't know, hard to say.
It's going to be close.
Look at it. The kids'
Um
movies are where it's at though, because where you could go as a single to an adult movie, to the kids' movie, you're going at least two of you, if not
Oh,
more.
absolutely. The kids movies is always going to generate more money because you're taking the whole family.
Yeah, you're bringing more of you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always going to make more. And that's why when you look at the top 3 are all, you know, kids movies.
Hmm.
Even Neza is an animated movie.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and Minecraft is Minecraft. It's kind of
Of
semi.
course.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a mess. I think that movie is terrible. I can't. I can't. Lilo and Stitch, number 3. Mission Impossible is number 4. So that's not going to catch it because that's
Mhm.
already pretty much gone.
Right.
Thunderbolts is number 6. Sinners is number 7, which was 11th in the
Mm,
domestic battle.
mm.
Final Destination, that's already on its way out. But How to Train a Dragon probably is the one that
It's
could do
probably
it
going to be a contender. Yeah, for sure. Everyone is
because
very excited
first
about this.
first week, Becky, $197.8 million first week
Worldwide.
worldwide.
That's
It's
crazy.
already number 10.
Wow. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I think it'll be good.
So
It's not really my
so
jam,
it,
but I'll
it will
watch
be good. That's the one to watch. Karate Kid, like I said, didn't do that great. It's
it. It's
number
unfortunate.
19 of the year. Hasn't even
Mm.
made 100 million yet.
Or Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
One
But
opportunity
for
to
what they're
drive
getting
his career.
paid, I don't
Right.
know what they're paying Jackie Chan, but the budget can't be that high for that movie.
No, probably not. But I'm just thinking like they'll probably just wipe their tears with like their dollar bills.
Yeah, maybe. So that's the box office for this weekend. I'm still waiting for Jurassic World.
Apparently, we're going to see that one also. Looks okay. Was
That's a
Scarlett
must
Johansson
see.
in it?
Scarlett Johansson.
It's weird. She doesn't strike me as someone I would cast in this movie, but we'll see. She's a great actress, so we'll see what
She is.
happens.
I like her. I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think she can play a bunch of different roles.
For sure.
You know, of that generation, between her and Jennifer, what's
Lawrence
no,
Aniston.
no, the one that was in Hunger Games.
Lawrence. Jennifer
Yes,
Lawrence. Yes.
yes. Okay, I had a brain freeze. Jennifer Lawrence. I think those
Yeah, they're
two
great actresses.
in that generation can play any role.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. Well, I'm excited. I think I'll probably for sure see Lilo and Stitch. I'll probably see How to Train Your Dragon. Probably wait till that one comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic Park for sure we're seeing, and then maybe Final Destination. I don't know. Don't want to, but
Yeah.
you
I
know,
might
sometimes-
actually. I'm thinking of skipping Superman and Fantastic. Well, I know I'm skipping Fantastic Four. There's no way.
I thought you were boycotting Superman. I thought this was the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I don't. I'm looking at the trailers, and each trailer that comes out for it makes me hate it more.
We were actually with our friend's dog yesterday. His name is Crypto, and he wears a Superman collar. I thought of you as soon as I saw it. I was like, I should take a picture of this.
The Man of Steel movie, the one with Henry Cavill,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like that one, right? That's probably my favorite Superman movie.
I mean, it's Henry Cavill. You can't go wrong.
Right. And in that movie, they show his dad and his mom and all that on Crypto, where
Mhm.
Russell Crowe plays his father,
Mhm.
his real father. Kevin Costner played his Earth father.
Mm.
Nowhere in that scene where they're putting him in the little capsule is a dog. There's no dog.
Maybe he came before.
No.
I don't know. Listen, why are there several universes of the same universe? Why are there like 18 different Spider-Men that are the exact same and different at the
yes,
same
when they make a new version,
Mm-hmm.
they always feel like they have to add to it. You have
Right.
to outdo the other one.
Fair.
Well, more isn't necessarily better.
I don't know. Everyone likes a dog.
Look, I love dogs. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But can one series of movies actually stay true to the actual story of Superman? Then one.
I think you can argue that for anything that's an adaptation of a book or a comic book or whatever.
Absolutely.
There's artistic license, and they're not always great
but
thing.
You know, it's like, why do you feel the need to put 3 villains in this first movie? You're not leaving anything for a second.
Maybe they're ending the Superman franchise.
They're not ending anything.
No, I know. In a time where we only have remakes, they're not ending anything. They'll just redo it without a dog.
I'm done complaining.
I love it. Well, let's talk about Balloon Fest here. Originally, Ron thought that this was going to be a happy, joyous thing because who doesn't love a balloon?
No, and then I remembered that scene that you have.
That's right. So in, again, 1986, so almost 40 years ago, a charity organization called United Way thought that they had the perfect idea to generate a little bit of publicity and create a beautiful spectacle in the process, an attempt to set a new world record for simultaneously released balloons. Now, if this was today, 40 years later, it would never fly. Well, good one. It would never pass because
That's good.
in no way would you release all of these balloons into the world. Can you imagine? The environmentalists, pooh, their heads would go crazy. Would never happen. So they got a huge crowd of volunteers. They worked frantically for days. and 1.5 million helium balloons were filled and placed under an enormous net. On September 27, 1986, so before I was even born, the day of the stunt arrived. And though organizers ultimately released the balloons earlier than previously planned due to a rainstorm, that I understand that they had planned for a certain time. They had to go earlier because a rainstorm probably would have killed the dramatic effect of it. I get
Hmm.
that. So it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 1.5 million balloons were let go, rose up from Cleveland's public square surrounding Terminal Tower. Actually, I wish you could see this photo I'm looking at. It looks pretty cool. Everything under this net, it looks just like a
Right.
colorful mountain. It looks pretty awesome. So now with the balloons free, the thinking was that they would all just stay in the air until fully deflating and returning to Earth. Unfortunately, that's not what ended up happening. After being
Nope.
let go, the floating spheres of colorful helium filled latex collided with a front of cool air and rain, causing
Yep.
them to fall back down towards the ground, still inflated. More than 1 million balloons dropped back down to Earth, littering the land and clogging waterways all over Northeast Ohio. Not only that, but millions of the balloons consequently washed ashore on the Canadian side of Lake Erie following the several days afterwards. That's interesting. A number of the balloons landed on pasture in Medina County, Ohio, which spooked some Arabian horses owned by a woman and reportedly led to injuries of the horses. That's terrible. This lady, her name was Louise Nowakowski, she ended up suing the United Way. Imagine suing charity for $100,000 worth of damages. And then the matter was settled like on undisclosed terms. But in the worst consequence, oh, Chakra's here. Hello, Chakra. In the worst consequence to come from this disaster was when balloons inadvertently impeded a search and rescue of two vanished fishermen. That's terrible. The missing men, their names were Raymond Broderick and Bernard Seltzer. They'd been reported missing the day the event had taken place. Although their 16-foot boat was located, anchored west of Edgewater Park, anchored west of the Edgewater Park breakwall, the Coast Guard search and rescue crews were not able to find them. But because there were so many balloons scattered around, rescuers couldn't distinguish between a balloon or a person. On September 29th, the Coast Guard suspended its search and the bodies of both men washed ashore days later. The wife of one
Yeah.
of the men later sued United Way of Cleveland well and the company that organized the event, and a suit that was also settled on undisclosed terms. Of course, you're not going to make that public when you sue charity. In the end, the event did lead to a new world record. That sounds terrible. Like, at what cost? It didn't go off, obviously, without a hitch. If there's one thing this tragic event has proved, though, it was that even the most harmless of actions and the best intentions can lead to a dangerous outcome. So I should have saved more pictures of it because this thing is it's wild, like absolutely wild. Like, I get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the dome sort of
And
behind
really,
here.
they didn't they didn't expect the turnout. What happened, right? And when you fill all these balloons with helium,
Right.
that cold front comes in. That's it. It's over.
Well,
It's the
yeah.
pressure. It's the barometric pressure that makes these
Well, yeah.
balloons come back down.
I mean,
And
if you've ever taken a helium balloon outside when it's cold,
yeah,
oh, what's happening here? Am I still here? No.
yeah, you're still here. It's just now your
This is what
background's going
happens.
again.
This is what happens when I try and save a background. It just goes crazy on my end.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is what happens. Like, you take a cold or a balloon outside in the cold, it just shrinks down to nothing because the
yeah.
helium. So
And these
unfortunately,
are just the documented things that happened. I mean, when you think about it, you have a rainstorm coming in,
mhm,
and all these balloons are now stuck in the grates and the sewers,
mhm.
and it
Here we go.
it blocks it up, and
Yeah.
therefore susceptible areas for flooding I'm sure there
Yes.
were major floods going on.
And it's not like a latex balloon just, like, breaks down. Like, this is
No,
rubber, that's lasting for many, many, many
forever.
years, and you have 1.5 million of them now. So, yeah, I mean, again, the best intention, they thought it would be great, "Yay, charity, we're gonna raise money," whatever, that's all good and well. It was a
Right.
really stupid idea.
Festivities, all this stuff going on. And it turns out to be a real negative.
Yeah, it did. It was a dumb idea, quite honestly. Like they didn't use their heads. They thought this is awesome. Obviously, someone had done it before, because they were trying to beat a world record. So
Right.
obviously that one went off without a hitch. This one did not.
Yeah,
So
I'm not so sure regular balloons are going to be a thing for something like that,
like
you know?
honestly, man, we can't even have straws. So like they're gonna ban balloons soon, I'm sure.
Probably. I would not be surprised.
I like
You
this.
know, I mean, like it looks beautiful, right?
Looks awesome. It's a
But
great idea, but like
they do have to come down.
it's a great idea for a movie. It's not a great idea for real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm just
that,
thinking
that
about the whole
cleanup is a
wildlife.
problem.
I'm just thinking about all the animals that were affected, like
Right,
small
because
critters,
when
birds,
it goes into the water, the fish are going to want to eat it.
literally.
And same thing out in the woods, deer, all these animals are curious of what it is, and they're going to go for it and they're going to chew
Exactly.
on it. And
Exactly.
therefore, you're killing animals left and right.
Yeah, it's
And
sad.
like I said, that's the stuff that isn't documented that we don't know what happened.
Exactly. Well, like with
We
the
don't
80s,
know.
they're gonna hide that for sure.
Right. So, best intentions, but
Terrible idea.
turned out to be horrible.
Yeah,
Turned out to be
very much so.
horrible. And
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be this kind of balloon fest. And then I saw, as soon as I clicked to find a picture for it, I saw the article, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. But it's a cool story, and
It is. It is.
that's the cool thing about doing news from 40 years ago is like, yeah, it's sad, but at least it's not like present day sad, right? Like at least we're not like real stressing about it because it
Yeah.
happened 40 years in the past. So
Well,
just
we know
learn
all
from
these
it.
CEOs. These CEOs are all filled with hot air. So
Right. Right. All right, why don't you take us into some fun facts here? I can't wait to hear what creature or what
oh, I love it. I
something.
love it. I love it. Because I happened to see a video of the top 10 loudest animals, and I
Oh
was
no.
curious. So then I looked it up, and lo and behold, fun facts of the
Sperm
sperm
whales.
whales.
Okay. This should be good. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. So that fun fact, which I will lead off with, communicate. These animals communicate with clicks, and it is the loudest animal on Earth. So you
Really?
can hear these clicks from miles away.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So what I found out, I did some digging on that, the sound. So there are hertz. So it measures sound frequency, which is like screaming, whistles, glass breaking, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then there's decibels,
Mm.
which is sound pressure or perceived loudness.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a loudness of energy in noise, right?
Mm.
So there was a question of whether or not the blue whale was the loudest.
Mm.
So I did some digging. The blue whale can be heard at 20 hertz.
Okay.
The sperm whale is 10,000 hertz.
What?
10,000.
How is that even in question?
Right.
So
This
who's
is what I'm
measuring?
saying.
Who's
There's no
measuring this
question.
and why?
So now, if you want to take it further and you count decibels, The blue whale is 188 decibels. That's pretty
Okay.
loud, right?
Okay.
That's loud. The sperm whale, 230. Not
Wow.
close.
Wow.
Not close.
So, like, if we're talking
So,
decibels here, like a concert, would that be measured in decibels as well?
yes, yes.
Concert in decibels. We need to know. We need to
Same
know.
thing with sporting events.
Okay.
You know, you're talking decibels, and it hurts. I believe they said like
It,
144 hertz.
this says that concerts typically range from 90 to 120 decibels. Rock concerts often exceeding 120. But it's
Yeah,
important to protect your ears because the sound above 85 decibels can cause damage. This thing is
right.
230 decibels.
Yes. So
What
if you're
on
right
earth?
near this sucker and it does that,
You go deaf.
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be
You're
painful.
gonna you're gonna go deaf.
So I
Wow.
found that one to be an incredible fun fact, right?
I would never have
So
guessed that.
there of course, obviously, it can weigh up to 50 tons and grow to 35 feet long.
Jeez.
Imagine that sucker jumping out of the water and landing on your boat.
Absolutely not. At 100,000 pounds? No.
Yeah. They have the largest brain of any animal, weighing 9.2 pounds or 4.2 kilograms.
Wow. It's like a
They
bowling
can
ball.
dive to depths exceeding 3,000 feet or 1,000 meters to hunt for food, squid, sharks, and fish. They eat sharks. They eat sharks.
Okay.
The female whales live in matriarchal groups. Males from the form bachelor pods, which is kind of
Oh, that's
funny.
cute. The Bachelor.
Bachelor pods.
Bachelor
You
in
just
Paradise.
you can see the movie now. You know, forget Shark Tale. A whale bachelor pod.
Sperm whale pods.
And eventually they become, you know, solitary. So they grow out of those pods.
Interesting.
They sleep vertically, heads up and the tails down.
Oh,
So they
oh,
kind of just float along. So if
okay.
they're if it's the females, they all do it together, which is
How do
pretty
they not
cool.
float to the top though? Like buoyancy.
I don't know. Maybe they
Interesting.
have some something inside that just maintains that. I don't know.
Interesting.
Nature is amazing. They are also found in every ocean,
Oh, wow.
which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, because that's pretty rare for animals to be found all over the world. Usually they're sort of native to certain areas.
Right. They can live up to 60 years.
Sorry, I
I
was
mean, look
coughing
at them.
there.
They're you
He's a
know,
cute little guy.
yeah, yeah. Now, here's a massive one. Now, we already discussed they can be up to 50 tons.
Hmm.
They consume up to 3.5% of body weight daily.
What?
If you weigh 50 tons,
Like if you weigh 100, wait, 50 tons.
3.5% of their body weight.
That's insane. That's
That's a
wild.
lot of
That's
food.
a lot of food. So what are they eating sharks as a meal or is it just as like a predatory thing?
They eat everything.
Protect. Okay, just whatever. Humans?
Everything.
Okay.
They open up their mouths and they just eat everything.
That's all happy
But they
guys.
have that sonar kind of stuff, don't they? That it kind of
Probably.
bounces off of the object.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
guessing.
When they're clicking.
Yes.
Hmm.
Those are astounding facts.
Those are
Astounding.
insane. I'm telling you, the ocean has the weirdest animals, the craziest facts.
It's unbelievable. It is,
Mhm.
and you know, I just got that info by accident,
Mhm.
and I was like astonished on how cool it is to know these facts. I mean, that's pretty impressive how big they are. I mean, like you would never think that a whale would be the loudest animal.
I would never have guessed. Like yeah, it does its like little howl thing and ooh, whatever. But
Like
like
I would have thought it would have been like a bird, because birds are
like
annoying.
screeching kind of thing. Yeah, but the loudest, I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre. Whatever it is, it's like it's bizarre that it's doing that.
Yeah.
So
So loudest animal, sperm whale.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe like a monkey, like they're pretty, but they're not that
Right.
big. I think you because of the sheer volume, sheer size of this creature. I mean, its lungs are got they're huge. If they even have lungs, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they have lungs. They're a
I don't know.
mammal, so they must, right?
You would think, but they don't breathe oxygen. So like,
Don't they? They go to
I
the
don't know.
surface and they breathe, and then they go underwater for like an hour.
Oh, okay. Is that how it is?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Well,
That
maybe.
little
I don't know much
hole at
about
the top, it's their breathing mechanism.
it. I thought that's where he shoots his sperm. What is it called a sperm whale? Did you look that up?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, I'd
That's
like to
for
know.
another
That's
type of show.
for another episode. Throw your safe search on when you're searching up for sperm whales, because otherwise you're gonna find something you don't want to see. Kids,
Yeah,
let this
I
be a
would
lesson.
imagine.
I keep mine
And
on
my
moderate.
safe search must be on because I've never, it must be on because I didn't get anything bad.
I keep it on moderate. As soon as I turn it to off, it doesn't matter what I type in. I could type in calendar. I could type in grass. I could type in whale. It will be porn for sure.
Oh,
100%. It's
well, it
wild.
must be on. I don't think I've ever changed whatever the setting is. So whatever the
Mhm.
default is probably
Yeah,
where it's at.
moderate, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right. Well, that was cool. I liked that. We should definitely bring back
You
more.
like animals, so
I love animals. I love a good fun fact. I love ocean creatures. So yeah, I love it.
maybe I'll do fun facts of animals for Tuesday and Wednesday as well.
Why not? Why not?
I might do that.
Yeah, you might as well.
Maybe I'll do something, other than the loudest animal,
That's right.
the slowest animal.
Like a sloth or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds great. Fastest to slowest. Sounds awesome. Can't wait.
Okay.
So, to finish the show today, we're talking dangerous foods. So, I've been talking about this, like, speaking of doing a series, this is my third time doing this
Yes, and it's
episode.
pretty awesome.
I mean, it's so gross. I don't know. Just to briefly recap, ackee, which is a Jamaican fruit slash vegetable, baked
Yes.
bullfrogs in France. Ugh, I can't even look at that. Blood clams. I don't know who would eat this and why. Um, Chinese cuisine. Say no more. Cassava, which is shocking because that's just like a potato. This one, Casu Marzu. It's like, ugh, I can't look. It's like rotten cheese that they use maggots to soften it. Oh, I can't do it. Fasik, it's a type of Egyptian fish, high in botulism. Fugu sashimi. Fugu is puffer fish, and it is very, very poisonous if you get
Yeah,
some of
I
it.
have no idea why people eat it.
Why? Hakarl, it's a fermented shark meat, and apparently it's
Oh,
absolutely
that's the
disgusting.
Iceland one.
Yeah, Iceland or Greenland. It's potentially toxic, of course. You have the ink cap mushroom. You have lab dib. It's a Thai dish. It's
Yeah.
basically like raw meat.
Yeah.
San nakji. It's a Japanese squid dish. And I think that's where we left off because I was gagging for most of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Yeah.
and we went through them. So here I could change my background for
Oh,
this.
peanuts. Something simple.
Something simple. And I mean I should know my husband's deathly allergic. But peanuts are one of the deadliest foods or most dangerous foods out there, obviously, because so many people are allergic to it, right? But like all the best foods have peanuts in it, you know? Snickers bars, peanut butter.
Ugh,
That's all I can think of. But
I
like
could not go without peanut butter.
I love it. I love it so much. I don't do like Jif or Skippy or whatever those brands are. I just get like ground up peanuts, but it is so good. Although peanuts are really high in mold, so if you're going with a nut butter, you probably should go with like cashew or almond. But man, it just tastes so good, so
Don't
good,
ruin peanut butter on me, please.
right?
Don't ruin it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I won't. I won't. I won't. So in 2018, a survey went out, and it says the findings were that peanuts were the most ingested tree nut worldwide. So like most commonly
Yeah.
used, even though they're technically a legume, but
Well, if you
still
go to
whatever.
Five Guys to get a burger,
Hey, you just got it
they
right there.
have massive amounts of peanuts that you can just scoop into a little thing
Exactly.
and eat while you wait.
Hmm.
So they give you free peanuts.
Hmm. Like bars used to do this. Montana's. I don't know if you
Right.
guys have Montana's there. Used to do it. Yeah, you just get them wherever. Just have
Yeah.
nuts. Just throw on the ground. Yeah, no, it says in 2017, almost 2.5% of children had a peanut allergy, and that rate has since risen, which is wild. So it says that estimated 13 people die from peanut related anaphylaxis yearly. I don't know if that's in America. I don't know if that's
That's
worldwide. 13 seems pretty low. I felt like it was probably
13.
more.
13 is still a lot from food.
It is, for sure.
You know what
It's
I mean?
hard.
It's not like it's a lion.
Yeah, exactly.
More
Exactly.
people die from peanuts than lions.
My first day in Tijuana, there we were at the clinic and they just happened to put on a barbecue or like a taco barbecue, whatever. And the people dishing it out didn't speak English. I would never think there would be peanuts in Mexican cuisine, at least not traditionally, right? Like when you're feeding a bunch of Canadians and Americans, like you're, I don't know, it's pretty basic. You got your guacamoles, you got your salsas, you got your meats and your cheeses, whatever. Um, excuse me, my husband put the sauce on his tacos orange. It just looked like a Chipotle type sauce.
Yeah.
Within like a half an hour ish, he's like, I just don't feel good. And I'd finally like just got hooked up to my IVs, my very first day of cancer treatment. And he's like, I don't feel good. And I'm like, Andrew,
Yeah.
get out of
Taco
here.
Bell uses peanuts.
Right. Well, it turns out that the sauce, that orange sauce he put on, was a boiled peanut sauce. And so he's freaking out. He's like, pull out your IV. We're going to the hospital. And I was like, no, not. And for 8 years, I've been telling this guy that he's pretending he's not actually allergic to peanuts. As it turns out, he actually is. So the doctors at my clinic got him hooked up to some steroids and some epinephrine. They IV'd him. They didn't just EpiPen him. They put him on an IV and he got to lay in the room. And the doctor's like, dang, that was really bad. But I mean, it's Mexico. So it's like, meh, allergies,
Yeah,
meh.
you gotta watch out. People have to be careful and be alert on what restaurants uses like peanut oil,
Peanut
like Five
oil.
Guys does.
I think I want to say, is it Chick-fil-A or is it somewhere uses it in their chicken fingers? Like when they
Yeah,
deep fry, it's peanut
yeah,
oil.
you gotta be careful.
That's
So
crazy. Crazy.
ask questions when you walk into a restaurant,
Yeah, literally,
for
you have to.
especially for first time. If
Mhm,
you don't know what they use as their oil, you need to know.
mhm, for sure. It does make it tough when we go out to eat, for sure. You think this guy would bring his EpiPen with him everywhere. He doesn't, but he's very cautious. He sticks to the same few things because he knows it's safe. So
Yeah,
even like going for Asian food, Chinese food, that's risky because there's a lot of nuts. And up until recently,
yeah,
he also was deathly allergic to shellfish. But he just had another allergy test, his first one in 20 years, and it said no, his shellfish allergy is gone. So at least that makes like a
that's
little
good.
bit of a difference when we travel. But like that nuts, and it's not just peanuts, it's quite a few different nuts. So it makes it really tough to
Yeah,
travel, unfortunately. But yeah, one of the most deadliest foods, peanuts,
yeah,
right behind
I
me.
believe it.
Another one here is called the dragon's breath pepper. So it's considered
Oh.
one of the spiciest chilies in the world, ranging at
Mm.
2.48 million on the Scoville scale. To put that into perspective, so 2.48 million, a jalapeno is 5,000. Okay, a jalapeno is spicy to me, but this is 2.48 million. Pepper spray, police pepper spray is 500,000. So to put into perspective how spicy this friggin' thing is. So it's pretty bad. This pepper was actually developed by a Welshman named Mike Smith, and he gave it the name Dragon's Breath as homage to the Welsh flag. But it wasn't created for culinary purposes. It was actually created for medicinal purposes, since it's strong enough to numb the skin. Obviously, the capsaicin in it would just numb you right out. So no, he doesn't recommend eating it. However, it's not been tried orally. So he says, I've tried on the tip of my tongue and it just burned and burned. I spat it out in 10 seconds. The pepper could send someone into anaphylactic shock. We aren't willing to be the first to test this theory. We'll take their word for it. Yes, 100%. So do not eat the dragon's breath pepper. If you are a chili connoisseur, you're in this chili eating contest, you love spicy food, don't do it. Death. I know your face is
I
like,
mean,
why are people dead?
why did they create this?
I know. And like, why create it in this like pepper? Like, if you want it, just take a whole bunch of already alive peppers and put it into like a gel that you could just topically put on your skin. I don't know. So this one's
I don't know
interesting.
what people are thinking.
They're not. This is the thing. So this one's called the
True.
Dragon's Breath dessert. Now it has nothing to do with the pepper. They're cereal-esque desserts coated in liquid nitrogen. They emit a vapor-like smoke even when popped in your mouth, hence the name. It's easy to see this candy's allure. Obviously, put it in and it's like coming out. It's no wonder it's gone viral on TikTok. Okay, say no more. You got a bunch of pubes on this who think it's so cool. This is like how the Tide
Wait,
Pod generation happened
okay, you have liquid nitrogen in this.
on
Like,
cereal.
why are you eating this?
Why are they eating detergent? I like that was 10 years ago and I'm still horrified by it. Who knows? People are
People are
dumb.
stupid. I'm sorry. People are
I
stupid.
just think like natural selection is a real thing and that's that. So, I mean, it says it's obviously a tempting thing. You put it in your mouth and you breathe out like a dragon. It's all like vapory and stuff. But, according to one study, a 14-year-old was admitted to the hospital with chemical burns after touching this candy. What do you think is going to happen with your insides, people? Be better than this. At least the other stuff is considered food in their countries. This is not food. This is just
Right.
chemicals.
Right.
Like, at least traditionally speaking, eating fermented shark is like part of their culture. This is not. This is why everyone is making fun of North America. I'm telling you guys. For my international viewers, we're so sorry.
That's how other countries can really get rid of United States. You're
Make
tired
it
of
a
us?
make
You
it a
don't have to
TikTok
blow
challenge.
things up. You just send us this
Literally, just
crap
make
for
a,
people to
a,
eat.
a TikTok challenge. Make it go viral of poison.
Exactly.
They're doing it. I'm telling you, everyone will do it.
Yes.
So dumb. So here's one yucky. In some cultures, it's believed that eating monkey brains will give you
Ugh.
wisdom. Now, if you've seen Indiana
Indiana
Jones,
Jones,
you would
Temple
know.
of Doom.
Right. It's more likely to give you neurodegenerative disorder than wisdom. So that's crazy. It's thought that eating animal brains increases the chance of contracting prion diseases. These are considered abnormally shaped proteins in the brain, leading to brain wasting diseases that almost always prove fatal. One such disease is Creutzfeldt-Jakob syndrome, which can cause psychiatric symptoms and death. In Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, you might recall Harrison Ford sitting down to eat a feast of monkey brains served straight from the skull. Luckily, these monkey brains were simply a prop. That's insane.
Yeah, I can't picture Harrison Ford eating a monkey brain.
Actually, eating it. I mean, Tom Cruise probably, because he seems to get like right into his character. For the rest of the world, no, probably not. This one is very interesting. Elderberries. I love elderberries, but I've never eaten them raw. I usually just like buy them dried and then I make syrup for like when I'm sick. So the movie Into the Wild, I was talking about this with someone the other day. Was it with you? I can't remember. Into the
Mhm.
Wild movie. You can't just eat any berries. And as it turns out, that also includes elderberries. The bark and berries contain cyanogenic glycosides, which in some situations can cause cyanide poisoning. Luckily, there are no reported cases of this happening from commercially purchased elderberries. However, the CDC describes one notable incident in California at a religious event in 1983. So they say religious event, everyone was in a cult, they were popping drugs, they were trying to get close to whatever they were believing in. This is
Yeah.
like an ayahuasca type moment.
Religious event.
It says a group of people ingested wild elderberries. Within 15 minutes, the participants began feeling nauseous, began to vomit. 8 people required to be airlifted to a hospital for gastrointestinal and neurological symptoms. So that's interesting.
So, like, what do you use them for?
Well, okay, so for me, like I will boil them with honey for X amount of like an hour. They're antioxidant and they're very good for when you're sick. So like elderberry syrup, like you cook down so it is just thick like a syrup, is good for getting rid of colds. It's good.
Okay.
Okay, you know me, I'm a natural, I'm a crunchy girl, so I like it. But yeah, I mean, it's commercially grown and distributed, and so I've never had any issue with it. A lot of foods have cyanide in them, like apricot seeds. That's like a known cancer cure. It is cyanide. In Mexico, I was given B17 Laetrile, which is cyanide to inject.
What?
So yeah, you can only have
What?
so much in your system, though. Here's the
Yeah.
thing:
Like,
you eat the
I don't understand why this is happening. Like, I don't understand. If you tell me it's cyanide, I'm not eating it.
your body can handle so much. So, like when I first got sick, I was doing
No,
the
no.
apricot seeds. I was taking, on the guidance of a naturopath, 18. I went back 2 weeks later. He dropped that dose to 16 seeds because as your body ingests more cyanide, it can only handle so much. So eventually you just work your way off of it. But they
My
are
body is
very,
not handling any. Zero
yeah, it's
cyanide.
got you know.
Zero.
Yeah, look into B17. It's not a B vitamin, it is poison. I got 2 more on my list, and then I'll make it quick here. Foraged mushrooms. That's a really big thing right now, is foraging mushrooms. A lot
Yeah.
of people are into it. But there's over 100 wild mushroom species in North America that are lethal. Obviously, there are way more. There's 10,000 recognized varieties. So that is a small percentage. But I mean, out of all of that, 100 deaths are recorded yearly from eating wild mushrooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
100.
Some of the
That's worse than
toxins
peanuts.
Really, some of the toxins cause convulsions, delusions. Some have a slow heart rate and sweating. The infamous death cap, which we had talked about on another episode of this, can lead to severe vomiting, deadly diarrhea, dysentery. I believe was
Mm.
one of the
Mm-hmm.
things. And even though they're like super cute, like these little guys are like, cute. They look like out of the Smurfs, but they're deadly. They will give you dysentery. You will die. So don't do
I wonder if the
it.
Mario brothers mushrooms are bad for you.
Yeah, right? Probably not. They just make you grow. They're like the Alice in Wonderland mushrooms. Like you just eat it and then you think you're growing because you're tripping a little bit. All right, and the last one on my list to conclude this 3-part series on deadliest foods, dangerous foods, hot dogs. Nothing is more American than a hot dog. Well, I mean, even though it's German technically. In the past, people have pushed for a complete redesign of hot dogs because they're saying they're not safe. The American Academy of Pediatrics claimed that the shape of hot dogs was so dangerous to children because of their ability to choke. So I was thinking it was the ingredients. No, it's the cylindrical shape. According to the Johns Hopkins Medicine Department, hot dogs are the leading cause of choking among children under the age of 3. These attempts
Okay,
to,
so you don't give a 3-year-old a freaking hot dog.
yeah, right, you cut it up.
Gotta
Yeah,
wait till
exactly.
you're an adult.
Yeah, exactly. It says all the attempts to change the design have flopped because sausages are still long and cylindrical. the way we like them. The shape of the hot dogs doesn't appear to be changing anytime soon. So if you're worried about choking on your hot dogs, obviously you need to exercise some much needed common sense. Eat slowly, cut them into small bits for children. But yeah, hot dogs, number one choking hazard for children. Grapes, I think, is another one as well. Like I remember in kindergarten, I think like we weren't allowed to send grapes on their own. Like it had to be cut up. And I think that's fair.
See, who knew that we could have a show with sperm whales and hot dogs and
Sounds
still
like
keep it
a
clean?
Limp Bizkit album.
And still keep it clean.
Yeah, fairly clean. and
Wow.
and
I
dead
can't
blood
believe hot
clams.
dogs are that bad.
Yeah.
But like I said, why are you giving a hot dog to a little child, a baby? Like
That's fair.
first of all,
First
if
of all.
if you have children,
Mhm.
you should be already teaching them how to eat properly rather than the junk.
Well, yes, but that's like saying adults should never choke because you've
No,
been
no, no,
taught
no. I'm talking about healthy wise.
healthy. Yeah, I mean hot dogs ain't it, but hot dogs are
No,
delicious and convenient. Like America loves their summer barbecue holidays.
right.
So I don't know. Just practice some caution is all. If you're gonna feed a baby a hot dog, practice some caution. That's all. That's all we're saying. Don't eat the blood clams. Don't eat the mushrooms. Don't eat the rotten shark meat. Don't eat the fugu. That's what we're saying. Just be cautious
Wow.
when you're eating.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I've learned a lot today.
Yeah, today was like an episode full of information. So yes, I
I
enjoyed
love
very
it.
much
I
today.
love it.
Why don't you let us know who's on tomorrow?
Who is on tomorrow? That is myself and Tony.
Okay,
We are going to
Tony.
be together tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm
looking
on
forward
3
to it.
times this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
we are down a host, hopefully temporarily. If you are interested in joining a show, having a great time,
Yeah.
even one day a week, reach out to Ron
Yeah.
on our Facebook page. RI
There's always
Broadcasting.
room. There's always room.
Always room for a good time.
Yes. Or even if you want your own show,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So,
I still desire to have a true crime show.
ooh, maybe Lana and I should do it.
You know, I mean,
You
I
should. I
think,
can reach out to her. Maybe Lena's, going through some changes right now, unfortunately, with
yeah,
her own show. We wish her the absolute best as her co-host just passed away. Absolutely heartbreaking. That is, excuse me, that is just some tragic news. So we need to give her some time to grieve, but maybe eventually her and I will have a true crime show because that would be right up our alley. So
yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure. I'm sure.
yeah.
And she's fantastic with Ira on Saturdays. They do such a great job.
They really do. They have such good
All the
chemistry.
hosts are fantastic that we have. I
This
mean,
is why we need a couple more good ones.
it's like every show. I wonder, it's like, how are we going to top that?
That's
And
right.
then the next show, whoever
And we top
is
it.
on, they tend to do it.
I mean, it's just a good time. So if you are interested in joining, reach out to Ron. Just go to our Rhode Island Broadcasting page on Facebook. He will get these messages. So Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You can even message me, Becky Turner. I'm on Facebook, wherever. Two Girls with Cancer, or sorry, Without Cancer. We've changed the title. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow with Ron and Tony. So check us out then, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.